okay, I don't think FY's got a lift.
I think Army's going to be happy he got the first blood, but he did pop meta there. So the fact they traded 1-for-1 after he used meta is going to make it really difficult now. He's come back to the lane to try and lane up against Mind Control again. And GH gets all the XP from that Terrorblade kill, which is going to be really big for him. Try and get some early levels online, get some more stun points. Going to be very good for him.
Yep. And now FY getting straight back into this lane and harassing back Mind Control as Arme just tries to farm up as best he can. But Miracle in this middle lane has been pretty rough so far.
Yeah, he's not doing that great, is he? He's actually 9 CS behind the Quap already. We're only 4 minutes into the game. I think that's his second salve already too, so really struggling here. I think that's obviously the Chen creeps really helping too, early on with that Satyr blasting him over again and again.
Yep. But right now, Somnus is lane for sure.
Yeah, much more of a passive opening, I feel like, than last game.
From Liquid.
From both teams. Only 2 kills in 4 minutes here.
That's true. Last game we had, I think, like 13 kills at 6 minutes, so...
Yeah.
Things a little bit different, but FY running away from this little annoying Scorpion who keeps ejecting his venom inside of him.
Yeah, GH has got the Tranquils up.
somewhat weirder than I intended, but...
GH has got the Tranquils up already on the Sanking as well, so... Lots of movement speed whenever they're not broken. Easy to get on top of people. And with Mind Control being level 4 as well, I think they've got decent kill potential. Especially with the Skewer Shockwave and the Burrow Strike coming out from the Sanking as well.
So is the Magnus just down there to get level 6 as quickly as possible? They're not really...
Top lane actually, the Centaur.
They're trying to get the slow onto KuroKy, and they will do so now with the call as well. It's a lot of damage, and they do bring down that support. And Tumberman just going to have to slide away from that lane as quickly as he can. I
think Matumbaman's going to be very thankful there that it wasn't him that got brought down there by LGD, because whenever you get these Chen rotations going, we usually see them picking up these big core kills. You know, when you get those dual off lanes like Chen Tiny or the Chen Sanking, just diving the tower. But oh yeah, oh Miracle, this is a really smart play by him. He just X's himself, so he's going to be able to get straight back to the mid lane.
Yep, buy up some items.
He does get the salve for himself as well, so he's going to be able to heal up in a minute when the Shadow Strike goes out. Yeah. Oh no, Arme!
Throwing back the Terrorblade, and GH is here. No mana on either of these heroes, and only right clicks remaining for them, and I don't think that's going to be enough to bring down the Terrorblade, especially with that reflection. Yeah.
GH does have 2 Clarities ready though to go, so probably just going to back off, heal up with the Tranquils, get the mana back going with the Clarity. I'm sure he'll be back very soon.
Seeing as real. Uh-oh, KuroKy having another horrible interaction with Xnova here.
Oh, the dodge on the torrent from the creeps.
Yeah, it looks like they can finish the job, but the KuroKy's pretty fast. Do we have another rock available? Doesn't look like we do.
Yeah.
KuroKy will get away.
The Mud Golem stun, I think, has a 30-second cooldown or so, yeah. Unless you manage to split them, you're not going to get the extra stun in that chase, unfortunately.
Definitely not, and I think that was a Chen just sending a good back to base, but GH getting the stun off onto FY. FY does take the bounty rune, but may pay with his life as he tries to get those Ancients to do the job, and they will finish him off.
Yeah, great play. Great play by FY. He knows that the Ancient's going to be doing a lot of damage.
Middle lane though, Miracle could be in trouble, and he is going to get screamed up and be taken down, and now KuroKy come in. Not sure he wants to be here though, as those creeps come charging towards him. GH just running past. Can they get the stun off onto GH? Looks like Xnova might be going down here. Can they get the glaive off? They certainly can. Of course, Fly will do the rest of the KuroKy getting very low as Somnus comes under the tower to finish off his kill. Now GH coming in with that haste rune and doing a bit of damage to Maybe, but it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, Sanking with that haste rune being really daring there. I think been watching No Fear in the earlier series today. Yeah, he's not scared to get involved in these fights. Matumbaman though, we thought he was going to have a bad lane in this top lane. He's actually having a really good time, I feel like. Got 44 CS sitting at the top of the CS chart, and that's a great value shrine. Axe and Quap.
Nice. Oh, get those value shrines going. Hit the showers, boys.
Back to the pitch though.
Yeah, back on the pitch. Arme's just farming up, as Arme will do, and Xnova coming down this bottom lane once again, looking for the rotations. I mean, with his Mud Golem and the Centaur, it's such a powerful stun combination. You got the long-range stun of the Mud Golem and the shorter one of the Centaur to finish things off, but Liquid are very much aware of this Mind Control. Can he get away? He gets lifted up and thrown back towards those creeps with the Centaur stomp and then the Fade Bolt to finish him off.
This is a fantastic rotation.
Oh, gonna drop everything onto Somnus now with the ship, and all the extra damage from GH and KuroKy gonna bring down Somnus.
Yeah, there's so much burst potential for Miracle, especially with the Burrow Strike coming up from GH as well to finish him off.
Oh, he goes for the Brave play, doesn't quite land it. Gonna keep following Chalice though, and Chalice is kind of just wondering what this Slug's doing following him, but he's gonna have Pounce in 10 seconds, so...
Yeah, he is level 7 as well. Obviously, he can't level the Battle Hunger on the...
bottom lane, Mind Control could be in trouble once again as these creeps are once again on top of him. Did he try to up? No. Okay, I don't know what he's doing.
I was going to say before, I think this is a fantastic rotation from LGD because they got the Catapult in the bot lane, they have the Metamorphosis, and they have the Chen creeps now. So this tier 1 tower, huge trouble here in this bot lane. I don't think Liquid can defend this, unfortunately.
Yeah, and that's the power of Terrorblade and Chen. The pushing power is immense, even this early on in the game.
Absolutely. So Twinkle with the Arcane Rune now, probably going to look to try and get a ship kill with that. There you go, so look, you take over another creep and then the Mud Golem split, so X-Nova probably looking to get a kill here with lots of stuns.
He's got a whole lot of stuns there, he's got a small armada of stuns ready to go. And in this middle lane they are going on to FY and they will get this kill. But now Somnus
come the Mud
Miracle. Miracle could be in trouble and there comes the army of stuns. Just keeping Miracle locked down for now and hopefully Somnus can finish the job. But X-Nova taking a lot of damage. There comes a Sonic Wave ripping through GH low, Kuroki as well. What can they do? GH goes in, Fizz and X-Nova actually looking really low. He is going to fall. The Centaurs are here, but GH is just ticking low. Just about survives. Oh, it wasn't the poison. It was actually the ship running out on him.
That boat buff doing so much work there for Liquid. They would have been in huge trouble. When that Sonic Wave came through, I think at least GH would have definitely died as well. Maybe even Kuroki. So
yeah, absolutely. That strength buff really coming in useful.
Run buff, such an undervalued part of the skill, I feel like, as well. But if you look at the net worth chart, look at this Terrorblade. We've talked about how good they are with this hero, and unfortunately, he is having well, not unfortunately, but LGD fans are going to be very happy with this. Here we go. So, the Metamorphosis is not up for 30 seconds still. We probably see Arme rotate to the top lane when he gets that online. Try and make space for Axe to farm his Blink in the bot lane. He's going for that Yasha first on the Terrorblade as well. Going to really help his farm speed.
That's the thing, when you let Arme have his comfort hero, then you got to have a plan to deal with it. And I think Liquid's plan is just to hit some timings and then just fight before the Terrorblade can be that much of a threat. Because even if a Terrorblade has like the same net worth as a Slark, or even like, you know, 500, 1,000 gold more than a Slark at like 20 minutes into the game, the Slark's still going to be the scarier hero. Yeah, well, GH, they do pop the smoke, but they do spot each other out in the river, so nothing going to happen there. With the ward up on the high ground from LGD, they did spot the Sand King coming. So he's not having, obviously not having as great of a game as Miracle last time on the Slark. Just have the Aquila treads though, so doing pretty well. Oh, here we go. If he gets the pounce on here, then the follow-up TPs. Does land a no surprise there. Chalice is in a lot of trouble. He's going to use the core and TP out, and that is just absolutely fine for him. Surviving completely and utterly through everything.
What a fantastic play by him. I didn't even think of that in my head, but he did it. Wow. I was going to say, Arme, when he plays his Terrorblade, he usually likes to get the SMY. Oh, what a steal by FY.
Okay.
Fantastic. And this is going to be amazing for him. He has the lift set up.
Yeah.
And there's the Axe call as well. So if he can drop the Ghost Ship on top of the Axe, that's some huge kill potential.
He's actually going at top lane. I'm not sure if he's going to commit up there. Meanwhile, Arme just down at bottom. And
oh, he steals the Shockwave instead. Oh, that's disappointing. All our analysis done.
All right.
Absolutely nothing in return. Very disappointing.
FY. Obviously didn't value the boat as much as we did. But you do want that spell you can spam out. Meanwhile, a stun out. Oh no, GH could be in trouble instead of Somnus jumping in. Arme, and there's a Sonic Wave just to finish off. Beautiful kill by Somnus there. Low. Arme might pay the price as Kuroki trying to get some damage. We'll just throw that quick Sunder, and it comes to two-man. Somehow pounces to land, but the boat is there. It doesn't quite land onto Arme as he's coming forward, trying to get a kill. Kuroki, but there's too much damage as Arme does go down. Somnus in the tree line, trying to TP out of this one. Miracle will find him. Does he have the X marks? He certainly does not. And that is going to be the Queen of Pain, making a safe escape. But Arme, maybe not so.
Very good defense from Liquid, though. They don't want to let... oh, we're going to give them the 3 Centaurs onto mind control.
Throwing him back, and the stomps are available, and that is just something out of pure nightmares.
That is disgusting.
Centaurs at dawn.
And this is exactly what you want as a Chen, especially when you have the lift to set up, and then you have the 3 follow-up stuns afterwards. I think anybody on Liquid's going to be in trouble when that comes out. Not even just mind control.
Be in trouble at the middle. Oh no, he's got the invis ring. It's also quite tricky for Somnus to finish off Miracle without that Sonic Wave.
Yeah, he's got the 40 damage talent as well now on the Compass, so going to be hitting a lot harder than before. So I was just looking at the wards on the map. There's some decent wards by both teams, kind of just mirroring each other really. There's the Radiant Reserve ward in the Dire jungle at the top, and then where's the other Radiant Reserve ward that I just saw? I think it's just gone. Oh, there's the one in the mid lane, sorry, and then obviously the opposite one for LGD in the mid lane as well. So, and especially with that Dire ward in the Radiant jungle as well, it feels like there's a mirror down the middle of the map almost.
All right. So in this middle lane, it looks like Kuroki and Miracle are setting up for something here, or maybe Kuroki's just playing the defensive here.
He does have the global now as well, so if they can catch out FY here.
Yeah.
Oh, the torrent?
Not quite gonna land.
Very unfortunate there.
And now X-Nova coming in from behind, and those pesky Centaurs are at it again, trying to stun up Miracle, but the boat does come through and stun them back.
It looks like a tasty cleave for me through those 3 Centaurs going down.
How does it feel, Centaurs, to be stunned yourself? Throws it back into Somnus, and Somnus...
Oh, GH with the Epicenter though on X-Nova.
Yeah. We'll get the return kill to Chen, just by himself there. Nice spot on that kill. The Centaurs are back though, coming to his corpse, and GH trying to run away.
There is the Centaur in the mid lane.
Quite dodge the
Oh my word, look at this. Centaurs all go down.
So much gold for GH. Now Miracle chasing down Somnus. Does he have the damage to finish the job? Somnus
3 seconds
doesn't have the blink. He does have the blink.
Oh, the Torrent.
Yeah, scouting throw doesn't quite manage the job. Meanwhile, FY will take up Torrent himself.
Oh, he just steals the Torrent.
Stunned off, and now Torrent's the both of them trying to make his escape.
Oh, the
away from the high ground, and in comes Somnus to get the double kill. What a play by LGD. My word.
What a fantastic turn by Maybe there. Just has the right amount of mana as well to blink and use the Scream of Pain as well. That was absolutely crazy.
Oh, Ame has to use the Sunder, but Matumbaman's still chasing, but they will give up after all.
Yeah,
it's a pretty tricky kill.
Ame just free farming away. Oh yeah, sorry. He is going to go for the SMY. I was going to make this point before. I was thinking he might go for the Manta because he's against the Silencer. He's going to be really good at taking off the Global, but probably just going to go for the BKB afterwards, especially against the Sand King. Especially against the Kunkka boat as well. That's going to be his way of itemizing for Global Silence.
True. Chalice now in this bottom lane does get that Blink Dagger, and we'll go straight towards the blade now. Unlike last game when we saw the Axe building the Crimson Guard instead first.
Yeah, absolutely. I feel like this game is almost the opposite of, well, the same as the last one, but the opposite in terms of teams, where LGD are really taking control of the game in the same way that Liquid did before with the Axe. We haven't seen too much ganking from the Axe. It feels like it's been the Chen and the Rubik that have been doing most of the work. I was going to say most of the lifting there.
That would have been good, dude. You missed it. You missed
sorry,
out.
Guys. Never mind. So Chen does have the level. Chen does have the level 4 Holy Persuasion now, so you're going to have lots of creeps coming online. 4, I think it is at level 4. I try to be a Chen player. I'm not very good though. It's fine. Here we go. They're coming in towards this mid lane.
Okay, they just want
really want Miracle here.
Pretty Fountain jumping forward, gets the call, gets the Torrent in return, and now the creeps coming in. Centaurs at dawn will get those stomped, but he's taking a very long time to go down. Finally does drop, and just as FY gets the boat as well, Matumbaman hanging around in this middle lane, Quad jumping straight in there. Now the Global Silence is out, but Matumbaman can't quite find it here as that Yules comes out, but they will use the RP to lock down Somnus. And there's the call onto Tool, forward up with a boat. Can Chalice get the kill onto Mind Control? Does mess up the call, but gets a kill all the same. Matumbaman pouncing away from this fight, wants nothing more to do with LGD as they only take down the Quad and lose their Magnus and their Kunkka in return.
Great rotations from LGD as well. Again, they're playing really well around their timings with the meta, with the catapults coming in at the same time. Fantastic job from them. And as soon as they take that Kunkka out at the start of the fight, so there's no boat, that's the big play. I don't know if you saw, but the Kunkka did actually use the boat before he died, and FY stole it.
And FY stole it, and then used it in the fight afterwards.
Really good play.
On top of the call. Pretty big, if you ask me.
Arme does have the SMY coming out on the courier soon as well. Does have the gold for it, so he's actually holding on to the gold. Maybe he's
another jump in, another day. Miracle gets taken down by the Scream. Matumbaman making it up to the high
strike as well.
Alright,
the Hand of God comes out though.
Oh, it looks like it's just going to be a full retreat from both teams here. Charles gets sent back to base by the Chen. That handy little feature saving so much time in these small engagements.
Yeah, absolutely. I thought they were going to go to Roche there. I was very confused.
That would have been a interesting Roshan, to say the least.
The Chen go for the 4-0-4 build. Obviously, the slow being much better than the Test of Faith. Test of Faith kind of gone down in popularity now. Not as valuable as the other two skills. But GH now does have his blink on the Sand King, so might be a bit easier to land these Burrow Strikes into Torrents, so get a bit more of a team fight presence.
Yeah, but I believe Quap has a Yules, which is really big for playing off versus those silences. As we did see, and they didn't realize, and they cooked up everything to drop on the Quap, and she just Yules herself into the air, and it was completely negated. Yeah,
Mind Control does pick up his own blink as well, so that's the double blink coming online now for Liquid.
Yeah, Blink RP with a Blink Epicenter. The team fight is strong.
But like you said, the Yules on the Quap is going to be they have to lock her down, and if they don't, how do they kill her? Because at the same time, they really want to be able to kill this Terrorblade and burst him down before he gets the Sunder off. Do they have enough team fighting control for all of those heroes?
Chalice going for the call, does miss, and will just take a slight shockwave in response, but Kiroki could be in trouble now with this Battle Hunger ticking away on the Silencer. It doesn't look to be any hope as the blade comes down upon him.
Yeah, this is going to be another tier 1 for LGD. They're really grabbing the game by the scruff of the neck. Miracle's having such a hard time here. He's sitting 16th, well, just gone up to 5th in net worth, but he's really lacking behind these 3 LGD cores. And when you play Kunkka, you really want to do well in your lane, because as soon as you fall behind, you don't have that like real flash farming ability, something like an SF would or a Quap. So it's really difficult for you to come back into that game unless you get some ganks off.
Yeah, which he's not managing right now. And this Slug also not in the position where he wants to be. He wants a little bit more.
FY has his blink on Rubik as well now, and we've seen how much he's been able to do without the blink, and I can only imagine what he's going to do now.
Yep, only 5 seconds left on that spell steal.
Oh, there's a haste stream.
I just want to cast the boat straight up.
Oh, what a call!
The call comes down, but the silence in return. like Liquid might be looking to commit to this as GH pops the Epicenter, will be able to take out FY. Meanwhile, two of them's RP'd up together, thrown it back into the fight. There's little follow-up, although Slark will be able to take down X-Nova without any difficulty at all.
They're going to get the
Terrorblade on the Terrorblade. Terrorblade does have that Sunder available, but Man's going to tank it and try and get himself out and heal himself up. Now Miracle coming in, he drops a boat, he drops a torrent, but does actually just about miss on Ame, I think. Sonic Wave ripping through, Miracle's in trouble, gets cold. Ame does fall down though to Mind Control. Mind Control just trying to get himself out of this one. Gonna go for the TP, Kuroki, maybe the Sacrificial Lamb. And yeah, he does go down.
What a fight. I'm so surprised Liquid managed to take the fight that they did where they're so 6k goal behind in 18 minutes, but Terrorblade does go down. That's pretty big. X-Nova did buy back on the Chen as well. I think he did it to get the Hand of God off. I'm not too sure about that, but FY getting taken out at the start of the fight when he had the boat is really unfortunate because that's such a big team fight skill for them.
Yeah.
Really good play by Axe as well. The Kunkka tried to set up the X-Boat, sorry, but the call interrupted the combo, so he couldn't quite catch Ame. Ame did go down anyway eventually in the end, but I thought that was a nice little play by Chalice on the Axe.
Yeah, I thought so as well. As well, like using that global silence that early in what turned out to be a very long team fight, it feels like kind of a waste.
Yeah, true. We saw the Slark goal on the Terrorblade as well at the end, but all Miracle's in trouble here.
Yeah, there's a lift to follow up as well, and it's looking like there's not many way out the torrent from FY, although they're starting to kind of running out of damage now. Miracle's still alive.
He does have the armlet as well.
Turning it around. Let's see what they can do here as Chalice is now the one in trouble as the rest of Liquid coming in and trying to do the damage onto this Axe, but he's just going to try and TP himself away, but there's that Magnus skewer coming in. And Chalice, he's taking such a long time to kill him, and now finally Miracle comes through with that cleave there. You see the way he hit the creep, and that meant that the armor didn't matter.
Creeps do have lower armor than heroes. That is why the Tidebringers...
Especially when Axe calls.
That's very true, yeah.
When he gets like plus 40 armor or something from it.
So there is 40 seconds until the next metamorphosis for LGD. I love that Terrorblade's just going for the BKB. He understands how far ahead they are, and now their teamfight presence is so strong, and the only way they really kill him was with this burst damage from the Sand King and with the global silence with Miracle Boat on top. 2 BKBs. That's all gone.
Yeah.
So looking forward to that. Oh, there is the Orchid on the Quap now as well, so that's going to be really good. I think the main thing the Quap has to do here is get on top of the Silencer at the start of the fight and try and burst him down before he gets the global off. But again,
I think that even using it on the Slark is actually pretty valuable.
That's very true.
He's a very vulnerable hero once he's been silenced up, provided he doesn't get that Dark Pact off.
Yeah, we haven't really seen this in power on the Slark too much, I don't think, in terms of giving him that extra farm. Army's quite happy on this Terrorblade. He's really far ahead of this Slark, almost 2,000 gold. And the Slark's the one with the Empower on his team.
Yeah.
Not used to seeing this. So here we go. So he's building up his Centaur army again.
Well, yeah, once again, the Centaur's being called to arms. Meanwhile, Army is running around with a little wolf.
No, I think that's the Chen's wolf that he's sending around with the Terrorblade. That's a really cool play there by X-Nova on the Chen.
Yeah, just giving him that extra damage.
He's just boosting Arme's farm speed, which is, you know, always going to be a good thing.
Yeah, definitely.
This is his own Empower, that Chen creep. The Axe does have the Blade Mail as well now, so this is what they were talking about on the panel. If you just call the Slark with the Blade Mail, even if he is ulted, he's just going to be damaging himself. I really like this play. And obviously, I don't know if you saw that, but the Slark Shadow Dance obviously revealing that they had a ward there, so correctly.
Yeah, using that well.
Correctly, easily dewards that one.
Meanwhile, Mind Control in this top lane. He's got that RP, he's got the blink, but LGD coming in. They're going to go into Roshan?
I think they want to get a pick off before they go into the Roshan pit. Oh, and they do scan, and they see GH in this scan.
GH, get away, little crab, get away. He's going to actually be able to blink out, but Matumba might be the target instead, and this is a much more valuable target as Matumba works into his death. Oh dear me, that was a big pick off for LGD, and now they can go into the Roche pit and claim themselves a glorious Aegis if they want to. Doesn't look like they will though. Maybe they don't consider this enough. I mean, there's still an RP, a global silence, an epicenter. A lot of combo available for Liquid, so going into Roshan whilst just the Slark is dead is actually still pretty risky, but...
I think it's okay, they're just waiting for the Terrorblade to come over, I think. They're telling him,
come on, Ame. Ame's like, no, one more creep camp.
Well, and yeah, I'm really surprised that Ame pushed out that top lane instead of going for the Roche. I feel like they could have taken that there, and that would have been big for them. They look indecisive at the moment, don't they?
They do, don't they? The whole team's been waiting outside the Roshan for Ame, and Ame's like, come on guys, one more camp. Don't interrupt my farming patterns.
I'm surprised they've left it so late after the Slark day. Everyone's pubs. Oh, okay, so they were waiting for the BKB on the Terrorblade. That's why.
That makes more sense. But I'm still going to flame Army.
Yeah, definitely. And obviously, I think this is a completely free roach with the BKB as well.
Yeah, they smoke up, but it's too little, too late from Liquid. And I doubt they want to take the fight with this Aegis available. Never mind, they're going straight on to the Queen of Pain here. She is not the Aegis carrier, so they do bring her down quite easily. Are they going to try and knock out Challenge from the backline's doing a lot of damage? And then the RP, follow it up with an Epicenter. It's a lot of damage. It's a triple kill for Miracle. Army trying to keep himself alive. Maybe has fought back. He is fighting up versus GH in the backlines. Axe being thrown into the air. We'll keep our focus as Arme runs forwards. Hiroki pretty low on the sidelines, but doesn't want to give up on this fight yet. Meanwhile, GH is going to die to the poison damage. Miracle staying back. He doesn't have much health. LGD are on the hunt, but they can't find anybody as Liquid seem to be backing out. Taking a fight with an Aegis and coming off pretty damn well from it and forcing out the buyback from the Queen of Pain. Quite profitable for Liquid, I should think.
What an RP by Mind Control.
How many was it on? 3 or 4?
3, I think. And then the thing is, they got the Epicenter follow-up as well, but
yeah,
Arme did manage to get that BKB off on the Terrorblade, so did manage to negate a lot of that Epicenter damage, so if he didn't have that BKB for that fight, it would have turned out so much worse.
Yeah, absolutely. So, I mean, I guess that's wait for that BKB in the Roshan pit.
Absolutely, but Liquid have just managed to find themselves a way back into this game, I feel like, after that fight. Obviously, with this big team fight combination that they have, there is always a way for them to get back into this game because all they need is that one good team fight, and we saw Miracle doing so much damage there on that Kunkka, even though he didn't have a great laning stage. If you look at his net worth now, he's ahead of the Axe, and he was about 3,000 gold behind a few minutes ago.
Yeah, things have taken a change for Liquid pretty quickly, but still not even able to take down the Aegis on Arme. Gotta be an issue for them, as Arme does seem to be heading quite far ahead on the net worth.
Yeah, he's getting there. And the thing is, he has the Aegis as well now, so he's not scared to push this tier 2 tower. He knows they don't have the RP, they don't have the Epicenter, they don't have the global, so quite happy to just carry on pushing here quite freely. Yeah, Liquid are very reliant on those cooldowns. Slark just, yeah. I love that he's going for the. Yeah, I love that he's going for the Skadi himself as well. He just needs to tank up and make sure he survives this Axe call. 20 seconds till the Meta. Look back up again. I wonder if they try and go for more.
Up at top, Matuma's actually in a lot of trouble here, trying to get away. Will just about be successful. Oh, wow. Never mind. Maybe comes in and finishes the job. Mind Control trying to TP out of this one, but gets called out. No TP out for you, as the Axe is going to probably take care of Mind Control. Mind Control is trying to make it as difficult as possible as he runs to the tree line. Now he's going to take Chalice exactly with him, and still running around, but Chalice finally with that last right click coming through. The Epicenter in the middle lane onto X Nova. GH can't quite finish the job though, and now there's a whole ton of creeps here, and Arme just randomly strolls up with a BKB pop and will be able to deal the finishing blow, I'm sure, once that yours comes off. There you go.
I'm not sure if you saw, look, the Rubik stole that fight. He actually got the Empower. Now, they have a Terrorblade on their team, and so it's looking really bad now for Liquid, because an empowered Terrorblade is really scary, because obviously it works off of the base damage, and Terrorblade with this really high agi gain is going to gain so much damage from this. You see at the moment, he's got the Empower on him. This is crazy. He's doing so much damage to this tower, it's melting.
Yeah, it's pretty strong, and this tier 1 tower does go down in the middle lane. And
they have the Metamorphosis up, and they've got the Aegis. Why not carry on going?
Yeah, probably will.
Here we go. They go up onto the high ground.
10 seconds until Sand King's here, and they do get the combo. Oh, okay.
Oh, the crit from Miracle.
Yep.
Oh, what a step
the boat to follow with the silence from the Silencer though, and will they be able to finish the job throwing the RP? Why not? And Arme is down. Getting a little bit a beautiful call coming out as the X-Marks drags it back. Terrorblade buying back, wants to come into this fight. The Tomb Man dropping low, but it's Miracle who's going to drop. The Tomb Man is safe inside of that. Maybe trying to jump in and get a kill here, but doesn't quite manage it as the Tomb Man makes it all the way back to base. But meanwhile, in the front of the fight, 2 heroes used up. Oh no, that's a tornado from a creep.
Arme did buy back on the Terrorblade as well, and I think he still has the Metamorphosis, so they might look to try and use this here to try and just carry on pushing the tower. They know Miracle's dead. What damage have they got? Oh no, Mind Control gets called.
He's going in. Mind Control needs to be careful here. He does use that Yules. He doesn't have much escape here. Let's get out, but in comes maybe to finish off Matumba, but Nova and FY goes down, but Mind Control on the Magnus is going to drop in the end, and Arme's still alive. The buyback being very much worth it right now, as Kuroki's going to go down the middle of the turnaround. Can they get maybe? Nope, Yules is up. Maybe will stay alive.
Miracle dies
now
again.
Miracle dying in the middle on the Kunkka though. This is really bad for Liquid.
That's a dieback from Miracle.
Yeah, and immediate silence onto that Sand King as well. He tries to go forward to the stun to get silenced up instantly by Maybe, and Liquid are just falling apart right now as LGD get to work on the racks. I mean, What a performance.
Well, what a sunder by Arme. It was so close. And I think he tried to use it on GH. He went invisible through the sandstorm. And he went, it almost looked like he was about to panic and die, but he just kept his calm, used it on the silencer instead, and kept himself alive. What a fight by LGD.
What a close fight, though. I mean, it was so close to going one way or the other, but LGD just managed to pull it out in the end with slightly better plays and slightly better heroes.
Yeah, Arme got, not Arme, sorry, maybe got some really clutch orchids off there. He got the first one on the Slark in the middle of the fight, who then just managed to just about die to the last hits of the Terrorblade. And then that second one on that clutch orchid on the Sanking was even bigger.
Yeah.
Wow, fantastic fight. And the thing is, they can just back off and reset now. They did use the Aegis, they have used the buyback on Terrorblade, so Liquid can still take the fight here, I think. If they kill the Terrorblade again before he gets the Sunder off, he has no buyback now, and they might be able to do something with that. The problem is they don't really have a good pushing hero in the same sense that LGD do with the Terrorblade. So if they do win a fight, they're not going to take the towers very quickly.
No, that's certainly.
It's kind of a theme we've seen from this tournament in terms of like the Lunas and the Terrorblades. Death Prophet used to be one we haven't seen too much this tournament, but the Leshrac as well is another one where if you win a fight, you can take these objectives so quickly, but Liquid haven't picked up a hero like that this game.
No, the pushing is certainly quite lackluster from their side, so... but then again, they haven't really been ahead to be able to push towers at all this game.
That's true, but the thing is they need to win that fight and then have a lot of time. Well, they get the Yules onto the Axe.
Will get ahead, but there's a silence onto the Sanking, unable to pull out that stun, and now Chalice will call and just back himself away. Not interested in this fight.
Yeah, they just have to disengage now. The Terrorblade's going to be TPing in again soon.
These crits from Miracle.
Oh, well, actually fake back. They want to carry on going. They have the RP. Go.
Chalice is waiting though. Chalice is hungry. You're going to come forwards here and try and have a go at these creeps.
Liquid really don't want to go onto Chalice, so they kind of want to go on the Quap and the Chen and the Rubik are their first three targets, I think. Unless the Terrorblade shows himself. They have the Hand of God to keep the Terrorblade alive to help him get the Sunder off.
This is so tense.
Chalice does have a gem now.
Waiting.
Yeah, Chalice has a gem now on the Axe as well, which is a really big pickup.
Yeah, definitely. Smoke's about to run out, and it does look like Liquid are just going to retreat for now.
That crit on the creep wave. One hit, and this is in this really tense moment now where LGD don't really want to commit to a fight without the buyback on the Terrorblade just in case they lose, because they're ahead. You know what? They don't need to force anything here. I feel like they're quite happy to just wait it out a little while, wait until they get their skills back up again, especially the Metamorphosis.
Yeah, it's.
Here's going for Medallion on Kuro as well. Obviously, we saw that on the Witch Doctor last game. He likes this pickup a lot, helps them with their Roche potential, amplify their physical damage that they kind of lack at the moment.
Yeah, definitely. And the Rubik having this null field on the aggressive as well. Obviously, with the Queen of Pain in your game, is really, really strong. I've been doing that all game.
The Liquid vision is really difficult this game as well. They have that really deep observer ward in the dire jungle, but apart from that, you see, look, they don't see anything on the map.
Yeah,
it's so scary for them. That's why they're so grouped up and huddled together.
Yeah, it's
Miracle. If he gets Yules here by the Quap, he might be in trouble.
Can't pull out. Hoping for a crit, doesn't quite get it, but still fine.
Still does a lot of damage.
Yeah, and with the Torrent, he'll be able to hoover up a couple of creeps. Meanwhile, LGD are just making movements around the Radiant side of the map, seeing what they can see, finding what they can find. But I just feel like this entire game is building up. There's one big fight, and Liquid need to win it. They can't afford to lose another team fight.
LGD get a really good observer ward on that hill on the Radiant side there. Going to give them good vision about where Liquid are rotating when they come outside their base. Very fantastic. Yeah, look at that vision from Liquid. It's very scary. They don't see anything outside their base anymore. Yeah, it's getting to be one of those games where they're just stuck inside their base, and Slark unable to find the foothold in this game as well. You know, like this hero really wants to snowball. He wants to get ahead, and LGD just haven't given him that space. Because Mind Control picks up his own gem now. I like this a lot. They need to try and stop them, LGD, from just taking over the map and stopping Liquid from being able to farm anywhere. Because at the moment, the only place they can farm is in their own base. Like when the waves push in. And yeah, they are going to see this ward on the high ground, so they're going to be able to de-ward that one straight away. So the power of the Slark.
Yep, the power of the Slug. Sports love him.
Yeah, I think
this one neat trick.
I actually think the Terrorblade's taken up the 10 extra stats at level 20 as well, instead of taking up the reflection cooldown that we usually see. Yeah, he has. So obviously just trying to make himself as tanky as possible as he can throughout these big team fight skills. Reflection, obviously not as good anymore against the Slark, because they've made it so if you can...
yeah, it's actually really bad versus Slark, isn't it?
If you can purge off the Reflection, then it disappears. So with the Dark Packs, he's just going to take it off every single time.
Yeah, exactly. It's going to be not a spell. And you don't really care about anybody else because none of the others do that much damage. You know, Kunkel without his passive.
Yeah.
All that effective. Oh, GH could be in trouble here with the silence up, throw him back down the hill. He has got that heals available. And with the call, doesn't quite land. GH trying to get away. Surely he can't get out of this one. But the team coming in the backline is going to help him out. The jump onto X-Nova with the ultimate from KuroKy. It's going to be enough to allow them to kill out the Chen. And now the jump back on the Axe. But this is a very tanky hero, which they don't really want to commit too hard to. Oh my god, Ame in the background doing a lot of damage. Trying to just chunk down Miracle. But yeah, there's those BKBs and Ame just completely unaffected. Meanwhile, Somnus coming in onto Mind Control here. Mind Control has to be careful. He does still have that RP available. Wants to save it for the right situation. Meanwhile, GH is finally going to fall. Now Somnus coming forwards up onto the high ground. KuroKy's going to drop, and LGD are just taking it right now. And it really feels like Liquid just kind of couldn't really commit to that fight. They used the silence to kill the Chen, and then all of a sudden there's the two really tanky cores all over you. And well,
this is what we talked about.
Going for the call, doesn't quite manage.
They get the X, they really need to try and fight here, Liquid. This is their last defense.
They need a huge crit, but it's just not happening for Miracle right now. And now Chalice will throw down. Look at how aggressive he's being. Meanwhile, their racks are falling to Ame. And Ame, they're just going to get out right now. Call coming through, follow it up with the Sonic Wave, and Liquid in so much trouble now. Miracle just about staying alive, but Tomb Man is not, and down goes Miracle as well. And game number 2, going the way of the LGD.
What a fantastic performance. They've really turned the series up on its head now. Down to another best of 3, down to the 3rd game away. You know, all these teams that we've watched have been so close to each other, it feels like. And you can see that in LGD and Liquid as well.
Yeah.
I'm really looking forward to casting a game 3 as well, because we've talked about how important this game is in terms of the group stage, you know, with Mineski losing earlier. Oh, here we go. This is, it feels like this is where the group's going to come together.